The Israeli military is preparing for the next stages of the war with the Hamas militant group as hostilities enter the 9th day. Israeli troops are gearing up for strikes from the air, sea and land as they prepare for significant ground operations in Gaza. Hamas, which controls the densely populated Gaza Strip, carried out a massive multi-pronged attack on Israel last Saturday, triggering another war in the region. Over 1,300 people were killed in the attacks on Israel. Another 2,200 people have been killed in Israel's retaliatory attacks on Gaza. In the latest, the United States is sending another aircraft carrier strike group to the eastern Mediterranean Sea near Israel. The USS Eisenhower and its affiliated warships will join another strike group already stationed in the region. The US aims to deter hostile actions against Israel or any efforts towards widening the war. Washington has also sent munitions to Israel and warned other countries not to escalate the conflict. Now, the announcement from the Pentagon came hours after US President Joe Biden called Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Apart from underlining Washington's ironclad support for Tel Aviv, President Biden discussed international coordination to ensure innocent civilians have access to water, food and medical care. He also spoke with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who stressed the urgent need to allow urgent humanitarian aid corridors in Gaza. Now, on the other hand, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh met with Iran's foreign minister in Qatar. They discussed the war with Israel and agreed to continue cooperation to achieve the group's goals. The Iranian foreign minister is learned to have hailed Hamas' surprise attack as a quote-unquote historic victory that had dealt a setback to Israel. Now, Iran's mission to the United Nations has said if Israel's war crimes and genocide are not halted immediately, the situation could spiral out of control and ricochet far-reaching consequences. In a post on X, the mission wrote, if that happens, the responsibility lies with the UN, the Security Council and the states steering the council towards a dead end. Simultaneously, Russia has asked the United Nations Security Council to vote on a draft resolution on the ongoing conflict. The resolution calls for a humanitarian ceasefire and condemns violence against civilians and all acts of terrorism. The one-page draft resolution also calls for the release of hostages, humanitarian aid, access and the safe evacuation of civilians in need. Now, on ground zero, Israel has massed hundreds of thousands of troops and military equipment at the border along Gaza, as air raid sirens continue to go off every now and then in Israeli cities.
יהיה ארוך, יהיה קשה, אבל רק התחלנו ולהם הולך להיות הרבה יותר.
Israel has also ordered Palestinians living in Gaza to move south. This, as a full-blown ground invasion is imminent. On the other hand, Hamas has told people not to leave, saying the roads out are unsafe. Now, the group has alleged that dozens were killed in strikes on cars and trucks carrying refugees on Friday. Israel says Hamas is preventing people from leaving in order to use them as human shields. Now, Syria has also reported an air aggression by Israel, originating from the Mediterranean Sea. Syrian authorities say the strike damaged Aleppo International Airport, rendering it non-operational, and Tehran has condemned the act, considering it a confirmation of Israel's hostile tactics.